Good morning. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Timberlane Regional High School class of 2015. Please join me in applauding District Music Director Mr. Anthony DiBartolomeo and the Timberlane Graduation Orchestra for their performance of Pomp and Circumstance. It is my privilege to be joined on the stage this morning by the following members of the Timberlane School Board. Board Chairperson and Chair, Mrs. Nancy Steenson. Board Vice Chair, Mr. Peter Bilo. School Board Reps, Mr. Richard Blair, Mrs. Donna Green, and Mr. Jack Sapia. Also joining me on the stage are Dr. Earl Metzler, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Roxanne Wilson, our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Susan Rassico, the Director of Student Services, Mrs. Beth Rincon, the Director of Special Education, Mr. Brian O'Connell, Timberlane Assistant Principal, Ms. Heather Roy, the Assistant Principal, and Mrs. Mary Whitman, Assistant Principal. We are pleased that the following invited guests are here in attendance with us today. From the New Hampshire State Representative District 14, the Honorable Deborah DeSimone, the Honorable Norm Major of Plastow, and from New Hampshire State Representative District 34, the Honorable Jeffrey Aligny, and from the Atkinson Selectmen, Mr. Jason B. Grosky. Thank you. We will begin the program by calling to the podium National Honor Society President Alexa Trouts, who will share her reflection on this graduation day.
Welcome to graduation. This is the official beginning of the end. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally here. Some of us have spent a whole 12 years here. Not in high school, just in the school system. Some less, but I'm willing to bet a good portion of us have spent enough time here for it to have some impact on us. This district, in a way, has raised us. We've grown with each step taken throughout the halls of our elementary schools, middle school, and high school. We've learned how to walk. We began walking in lines, then learned how to walk with friends in clumps. Eventually, we figured out how to walk alone as individuals. So, now that we've determined how to walk properly, Timberlane is sending us flying into the real world. And thus, with that being said, I'd like to kick off graduation with a quote from the great 90s band Smash Mouth. When I say, "Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold."
Now, if you would all please rise. At this time, I'd like to have the colors presented by the Boy Scouts of America, Troop 18, Color Guard, Plastow, New Hampshire. Please welcome to the podium Student School Board Representative Lucas Appleton, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise and remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. Thank you.
Please remain standing as members of the Timberlane Regional High School Select Ensemble, graduating seniors, and concert choir perform the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mr. Harrington. Thank you, Select and Concert Choir. Presenting the welcome address this morning is Senior Class President Colin McCarthy.
Class of 2015, teachers, esteemed guests, family, and friends. Welcome to the graduation of the Timberlane Regional High School Class of 2015. Can I get a ha? Woo! To the Class of 2015, it has been 4 incredible years, and I want to start by saying that I have been honored to have been your president during this time. I can't even begin to explain how excited I am to be standing here before you today. My address is meant to just welcome the crowd, which can be done in about a sentence. So I had to find a way to fill 2 or more minutes. I had absolutely no idea what to speak about, so like any high school student, naturally I turned to Netflix, where I immediately turned on High School Musical. Now, I think that I can speak for everyone sitting before me here today that high school has not been exactly what I expected it to be. In Mean Girls, high school is described as the animal kingdom. When I used to think of high school, I thought that when I walked down the hallway, I could just start singing, and instantly everyone in the hallway would know the same words that I was singing, and we'd break out into perfect harmony. I was ready to become an expert dancer and to watch everyone in the cafeteria break out into song the moment someone got ketchup on their shirt. So, on the first day, I got all dressed up, rushed off to school, and started singing in the hallways, ready for the big opening number of my first year of high school. Much to my embarrassment, no one else knew the words, and I quickly learned that if I sung in the hallway, my brother would throw me in a trash can. True story, he actually put me in a trash can. So, high school may not have been the movie musical I initially dreamed it up to be, but with the help of every one of you sitting in front of me today, I think we created our own incredible version of high school. Sure, high school for us didn't have a malt shop or leather jackets and poodle skirts, like in Greece, but for one day, we did wear leather jackets and poodle skirts. So the breakfast club never happened, and we had to wake up so early that breakfast was usually eaten in first or third period. But we didn't need a Saturday detention to transcend clique lines and come together as a class time and time again. I can truly say that one attribute that I am most proud of with this group before me is that we are truly unified. We didn't need to be locked in a room to bond and come together. We've been together from the start. I cannot begin to describe how happy and proud I am to say that I was able to be a part of this incredible group. The past 4 years have been an unforgettable sequence of scenes and memories. I want to thank each and every person who has helped to make these past 4 years so incredible for all of us. First of all, the teachers and administrators who have guided each and every one of us here and taught us not only valuable lessons in school, but in life. Some of the teachers before us today taught us that sine squared plus cosine squared definitely equaled 1. And while others taught us that 1 + 1 just equaled 2, we have truly come full circle. And I know I can speak for everybody here when I say thank you for all of your hard work and for helping us become who we are today. Also, to the family and friends who picked us up when we were down and kept us pushing ahead towards this very moment. Finally, to the class of 2015, who has made these 4 years some of the best years of our lives. I know that each and every one of you has many more and even better years to come. Go out and make your life into your own award-winning movie. And when it seems like you've hit rock bottom, remember that your happy ending is on its way. To the class of 2015, welcome, not only to graduation, but to the rest of your lives. Thank you.
The class of 2015 is definitely on the move. Graduates are heading in many directions, academically, vocationally, and geographically. While many students will attend post-secondary schools in New England, this class of owls will spread its wings coast to coast, attending colleges and universities in 29 states, Washington, D.C., Canada, and Europe. Students in this class have been accepted to over 190 colleges. Still more students have chosen to serve in our nation's military. All are pursuing their dreams, and all are capable of great success. Indeed, this class is a credit to the education our district has provided over the last 12 years, a credit to their parents, to their teachers, and to each other. I've been imagining the thrill that it would be if I were able to make it on a whirlwind trip to visit all of our 2015 graduates next year at all the schools that they'll be attending. My travels would take me coast to coast in the United States, and it would expose me to the sights and sounds of major universities. I could visit a Hoosier in Indiana, a Boilermaker at Purdue, see a big green owl at Dartmouth, or skip across the border at Old Montreal to visit another at McGill. I could ride a duck boat along the Charles in Boston to check in on our students at BU, BC, Berkeley, and MIT. I could toot my trumpet on Bourbon Street while visiting a graduate at Tulane in New Orleans. Or I could skip across the big pond with my golf clubs to visit yet another owl at Scotland's oldest university, St. Andrews. I would be visiting Muhlenberg, Pennsylvania, and Bozeman, Montana. I'd go to TCU. I'd visit NYU. It would take a while, but oh, what an honor to visit all the owls studying in great institutions of learning around the globe as a result of the opportunities that they took advantage of while being students from Atkinson, Danville, Plastow, or Sandown over the past 12 years. What a great trip that would be. Timberlane reigned as the New Hampshire School of Excellence this year, and this class's academic, social, and civic accomplishments were a big part of that honor. Students are working harder and graduating better prepared for success than ever before. We had 7 remarkable students earn recognition through the National Merit Scholarship Program this year. Teresa Mockimer, Holly Salois, Carolyn Olson, Jeremy Walker, and Brian O'Connor were all commended students, while 2 students were named finalists, Amy Clark and Margaret Cross. Will you guys all please stand? Amy and Margaret were among the top 1% nationwide from a pool of over 1.5 million who took the PSATs last year. Congratulations to all of you. Among the seniors entering the armed forces out of high school this year is Karen Ojerman, who received a full scholarship to the Marine Corps Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps program. Karen and all those who have enlisted, please rise and be recognized for the commitment you are making to preserve the freedoms that we enjoy as American citizens. Thank you. This year, the Rho Kappa Social Studies National Honor Society honored district veterans in the school library for our annual Veterans Day brunch. Local veterans shared their personal stories of conflicts and military experiences. This provided our students with a deep appreciation for those who have proudly served our nation in times of war and for the profound love that they expressed for the United States and for this community. It was an opportunity to connect with the heroes living among us, to learn from those whose experiences shine new meaning into the history lessons that our students have studied at school, and to heighten their respect for our national heritage. Will the senior members of Rho Kappa please stand? Thank you. Thank you for your dedication in honoring our history. And I would also like to extend my gratitude to the veterans and active duty members who are joining us here today. Thank you. Again this year, Timberlane students embraced the idea of supporting those in need through a series of fundraisers. It started in the fall when high school athletes displayed their support for the fight against cancer. Each team donned pink apparel during competitions while the rest of the student body transformed the hallways into an ocean of pink. At the end of the week, at the halftime of a football game, cancer fighters and survivors from the Timberlane district lined the field for a special tribute that culminated in a pink fireworks display. This spring, our Project Hope event, Strut for a Cure and Touch a Truck, raised over $17,000 that went to support local families battling cancer. Please join me in a salute to the seniors who put that together: Kyle DeBurrow, Colin McCarthy, Liana Savaneski, and Rebecca Sands. Additionally, in December, Mealy's Meals, for the 35th year, provided food and gifts to families all over the district during the holidays and generated funds to continue supporting those who are experiencing times of need throughout the school year. They raised over $11,000 and helped 120 district families in the process. Thank you to all of you who played a role in making a difference in our community through either your contribution of time or money. Another community service activity that our seniors embraced was providing academic support during the school day through peer tutoring. This year, students from our Math Honor Society maintained a daily resource in the math lab, helping students of all levels prepare for exams and to grasp difficult concepts. Will the senior members of the Math Honor Society please stand? Thank you. Appreciate your help. Similarly, several National Honor Society students developed a plan to tutor over 80 students at the middle school. Will Miranda Kriskow, who led the the NHS Tutoring Committee, and the senior committee members please stand and be recognized for creating and implementing this helpful endeavor. This year, Timberlane became members of the New Hampshire Best Buddies program, which is a global volunteer and leadership movement. Our Best Buddies program also helped support our first ever varsity unified basketball team. Congratulations to our Best Buddies participants. Senior athletes shine this year, especially the boys cross country, wrestling, and volleyball teams. In the fall, the cross country team placed second at both the NHIA Division I championships and the Meet of Champions. Will the senior members of the cross country team please stand? Captains Peter Saviano, James Busey, Tyler DeShane, and Connor Mills. Congratulations. The wrestling team, once again, will be hanging a New Hampshire State Championship banner in our gym. This will be the 23rd State Championship banner the wrestling program has hung in our gymnasium. Congratulations to senior wrestlers Brian Lonergan, Dan Scalzo, Joe Parasek, and Derek Boley. Please stand, gentlemen. Sit down, Brian. The boys volleyball team is qualified once again for the NHIA finals. Let's hear it for the boys volleyball team. I hope some of you can be supporting them this evening at Nashua North High School. And I'd like the seniors on that team to stand. Phil Balanoff, Evan Lengto, Benjamin Bean, Cam Donnelly, Anthony Garrett, Michael Murphy, and Camden Todd. Good luck, gentlemen. The performing arts at Timberlane have once again made our district proud. Musical and theatrical talent has flourished, and seniors are graduating from our performing arts programs equipped with strong backgrounds and great appreciation for the arts, and in many cases will be majoring or minoring in related fields as they move on to college. Our choral, orchestral, guitar, and band ensembles have proven once again to be the finest in the state of New Hampshire. The evidence for this is not just my own owl bias, but from the number of students who have been named to all state performing groups. The following seniors have scored the very best in New Hampshire in the all-state competition. Daniel Main, a percussionist. Daniel, please stand up. Daniel was named also to the All-Eastern USA Concert Band, a tremendous honor. Brendan McGurk, both classical and jazz trumpet. Annie Steenson, French horn and soprano voice. Tyler Donovan, acoustic bass. Amanda Kennerson, alto voice. Tim Garfano, guitar. And in orchestra, Amy Clark, Angela Simmons, Siobhan Sheehan, Aurora Sidor, and Teresa Mockmer were all-state standouts. Well, all of the all-state award winners, all those named to the all-state, whatever, the all-state band, chorus, orchestra, anybody who earned that honor, please stand to be recognized. Thank you very much. Our community has long supported and admired the inspired performances of the Timberlane players. The range of shows, from one-act plays and improvisational theater to musicals, is an expansive and impressive list. This year, I was among the many who attended The Tale of Sweeney Todd. As challenging a musical in terms of performances in the pit and on the stage as our school has ever performed. The path to that performance was paved by students of the Timberlane players and the support of the music and theater community. Together, they successfully lobbied and put on the most difficult and very thought-provoking musical. And as the curtain came down on the last performance, and justice was meted out, so to speak, and Sweeney was laid to rest, it was evident to all who saw it that our players had risen to the challenge. Please stand and either curtsy or bow, senior Timberlane players, so we can applaud you one last time. Thank you. It was a banner year for our fine arts students, especially our AP Art students, who have applied their studies to produce artwork that has helped beautify our hallways, our library, and our courtyard. We were blessed to see the annual unveiling of the AP murals in the library and senior Abby Huberdeau's amazing art display at Uno's in Haverhill. I want to make special mention of the collaboration between Mrs. Courier's AP art class and Mr. Schonenberger's advanced woodworking students, which resulted in the creation of a beautifully carved and painted totem pole which now stands in our front courtyard. It is yet another example of what can be done when our students' tremendous abilities are complemented by the collaboration of a creative faculty. Will the seniors, Giselle Pimento, Rachel Lewis, Izzy Thaberge, Abby Huberdeau, Rebecca Sands, and Hannah Locke, please stand and be recognized for your artistic achievements and contributions to the school. Thank you. Finally, to the Timberlane faculty and staff, elementary, middle, and high school, thank you for all your effort and dedication. Your work has helped lay the foundation for the success of this amazing graduating class. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to call to the stage our class essayist, Amy Clark, to deliver her commencement address.
For those of you who know me, you know that I'm pretty deeply invested in the music program at Timberlane. Music's been a huge part of my life since I was 8 and started playing the violin for the first time. Actually, it's been a part of my life for a lot longer than that. Probably for as long as I can remember. Music, for me, is that thing, that constant that's always there no matter what. It's that thing that sticks with me, whether I'm having a bad day, a bad week, bad month. Music is what I can always go back to. Everybody should find something like that. That thing that stays with you through the hard times and the easy. So you know that there's something you can turn to when you're so fed up with your homework that you just want to throw a notebook at a wall. I know that I can go take my violin out and play some music. No matter what mood I'm in, how much work's sitting in my backpack, I can leave it behind and just play. I don't want to say that music is an escape, because it's so much more than that. To have that thing in your life is really important. As we break the ranks of our graduating class, we'll be leaving a lot behind. Friends, family, familiarity. It will be even more important to find that thing that speaks to you. For some of you, it may be music, photography, or painting. For others, it may be computers, baseball, or horseback riding. Really, it could be anything, but it's not going to be the same from person to person because people are different. We like different things, we're good at different things. That's what makes us unique. It's our ability to have those different things that are ours, things that we love, things that we fight for. Once we have them, we can't let them go. Obviously, not all of us are musicians, artists, or bizarrely good at computers. But if you don't have that thing in your life, I really encourage you to keep looking for it. They're always telling us that these next few years are a chance to explore. And while it might be cliche, they're not wrong. Use this time to find that thing that is you, the thing that you would fight to keep a hold of. Now is the time to be looking at your life and discovering what you love and what is important to you. It's sometimes important in high school to separate the things that we want to do from the things that we have to do. And as things pile up, it gets more and more difficult to differentiate. But as we go forward, the things that we love are going to be the things that help us keep going, that push us to be better, and help us to enjoy life. I wish you all luck in finding them after we've left Timberlane. Congratulations, class of 2015, and I'll leave you with another cliche. Do what you love, and love what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy, that was wonderful. At this time, it's my pleasure to call to the stage our class salutatorian, Margaret Miller, to deliver her commencement address.
There's one thing that is true for every person gathered around this stage today. Nobody wants to get life advice from an 18-year-old. But as you know, high school is full of doing things we don't want to do, so hang in there for a few minutes. It seems strange that I should be giving this address because I only spent 3 of the past 4 years at Timberlane. I spent my junior year in Seville, Spain, 3,375 miles away, according to Google. There is a Spanish saying I learned while living there, "Quien se fue a Sevilla perdió su silla." It literally translates to, "Who went to Seville lost their seat." Essentially, you move it, you lose it. If I could impart one piece of wisdom from my time in Spain, it is that as we move through life, each door that opens for us locks behind us. Literally and figuratively, I went to Seville, trading an extraordinary year for any chance of reclaiming my old place in this community. This has meant relearning how to play the oboe, not being a part of previous activities, teams, and honor societies, and losing old friends. At the time, I wasn't even aware of making the decision, but I can't say that I regret it. Moving to Spain as a 16-year-old challenged everything about me, and more than once I thought about coming home early. Stubbornness ended up prevailing, as I told myself one more day, a mantra designed to cope with homesickness, loneliness, and the headaches brought on by Andalusian accents. Somewhere along the way, I found the reason I'd gone on exchange in the first place, the thing that made every struggle worth it. Single, unique moments of absolute love and undeniable beauty, like the way the southern sun painted the city gold through the morning mist, or stopping on the Isabel II Bridge to see the restaurant lights ripple across the river, or eating churros at 7 a.m. with a group of sleepy friends. This was my Spain. I found that living with a foot on 2
on 2 continents was entirely impossible, and the only way to survive was to quickly adapt and learn. At times, this meant unknowingly representing the United States and our policies, spending Christmas with a strange family, signing up for flamenco classes to fit in with the natives, and staying up until 5 a.m. to watch Easter processions. It should be obvious by now that I think everyone should study abroad, travel, host an exchange student, or just talk to someone from another country when you get the chance. Maybe that's why I think I might have some valuable advice, because I've had a glimpse of the real world. Now, I reject that phrase, the real world, entirely as a fear tactic, used to scare us in the same way elementary school teachers used to tell us we would be required to use cursive for the rest of our lives. Life is life, and the lessons you learned in high school will not suddenly be proved wrong upon crossing the stage. The real world is waiting for us, and its rules are simple. Hard work will earn you success, except when it doesn't. Many people don't actually know what they're doing, they're just making it up as they go. And time is a one-way street. Class of 2015, we are all leaving today, and we are never coming back to this time and place. For some of you, this may come as a relief. For others, these were the best 4 years of your life. The good news is that they were not, and you cannot even imagine what is waiting for you all once you cross this stage. Wherever you go, do well and do good, and make the most of every opportunity you have, because there is no going back, and my hope for this graduating class is that we never want to. Being from a family of nerds, I have learned to listen to the advice of my fictional heroes, which, since my exchange, has come to include Frodo Baggins. Graduates, you cannot be always torn in two. You will have to be one and whole for many years. You have so much to enjoy and to be and to do. So go to Seville and take the chance that you will lose your seat, because the journey is so worth it, and the important things in life are not learned sitting down. Congratulations, class of 2015, and good luck.
Thank you, Margaret. At this time, it's my pleasure to call to the stage our class valedictorian, Margaret Cross, to deliver her commencement address.
I'd like to start with a heartfelt thank you to the family and friends here to support us today, as well as the many teachers, administrators, and support staff that have accompanied us on our journeys throughout high school. Without their guidance and support, we would not have made it this far. So thank you all so much. Class of 2015, we made it. We made it to the day we often thought would never come, graduation. After 12 long years in school, our work here is finally done. It hasn't been easy, but each of us has made it to this day through hard work, patience, and perseverance. Today, one chapter of our lives draws to a close. Graduation marks the end of our time as owls, and in a way, the end of our childhood. Once we leave this field, we will probably never see all of these familiar faces gathered in one place again. So savor this moment. Owls, look around you. Soak it in. These are the people we've grown up with, the friends we've laughed with, the kids we have passed in the hallways every day, our classmates. These are the teachers who, whether through their lessons or through their lives, have changed the ways in which we see our world. Today, we are called to part from these people. Yet, as we leave this place, we carry a piece of it with us. The diplomas we receive today bear within them 4 years of high school memories, some incredibly happy, some painful, and some downright strange, but treasures all the same. Throughout our lives, we will have these moments to look back on. Some of us will remember successes on the court, the field, or the mat, the way the fans erupted into cheers, and the feeling of pride pulsing through your veins. For some, it will be moments in marching band, proudly blaring the fight song, while fireworks lit up the sky and the home bleachers teemed with applause. Others will remember taking a bow beside the Timberlane players, including at the end of this year's unforgettable, triumphant production of Sweeney Todd. And all of us will remember coming together as a class to dominate Spirit Week year after year. We can reminisce about the ups and downs of high school, like the first time we tried to open our lockers, our first all-nighters, and the discovery of the miracle of caffeine, getting to know someone outside our friend group and realizing that we have more in common than we ever thought possible, being paired with a stranger for a group project and ending up best friends. And who could forget the shark in the toilet incident or the Harlem Shake fiasco? High school truly is what you make of it, and class of 2015, we made it remarkable. We are owls, and we are passionate and multi-talented and weird, and somehow, as a class, we came together. We supported one another. The lines that might have divided cliques were blurred here because we all had the courage to pursue all of our passions. Athletes were musicians. Musicians were scholars. Scholars, artists, and artists, actors. High school helped us to form into the well-rounded people that are able to bring fresh perspective and creative solutions to the problems our society faces. Our time in high school has given us an education that provides us with the tools to go out into the world and make it better. Not everyone is so lucky. We have received more knowledge in our time in high school than some people in this world will have the opportunity to learn in a lifetime. It's up to us now to use the tools that we have been given for the betterment of society. As civil rights activist Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. We've been given a gift. Let's not waste it. Let's continue to learn and to explore and to share what we have learned with others so that they too may come to see the beauty of literature, science, the arts. Let us advocate for others and give voice to the voiceless. Timberlane has left its mark on us, and we have left our mark on Timberlane. The early mornings, the late nights, the angst and stress and drama, it was all worth it. We come away with memories, lifelong friends, and an education which has opened our minds to the world around us and prepared us for the next legs of our journey, whatever that may be. We have set an example for Timberlane students present and future. And now, as we move on to the mysterious, scary, wonderful thing called the future, I have only one piece of advice. Throughout your lives, whatever you do it as well as you can, and do it with a kind and humble heart. Consider this. When you're old and look back on your life, do you really want to think that it was just okay, that it was good enough? We only have one chance at life, so don't settle for mediocrity. Give it your all, and then you'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you couldn't have lived your life any better. Class of 2015, you are an incredible group of people. Each and every one of you has so much to offer the world. Never forget that. Our education is a launch pad. From here, we can soar. I can't wait to see what amazing things you all do. Congratulations, class of 2015. God bless you all, and best of luck.
Simply amazing. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure at this time to welcome to the stage the Director of Guidance, Mr. Barry Chulgin, and he will introduce our academic awards.
It is my pleasure to invite our top 3 academic students, Margaret Cross, Margaret Miller, and Amy Clark, to return to the stage area so that Principal Donald Woodworth and Assistant Principal of Academic Affairs, Mary Whitman, may recognize them as the academic leaders of the class of 2015. ladies and gentlemen, our class essayist, Amy Clark. Our class salutatorian, Margaret Miller. And our 2015 Timberlane Regional High School class valedictorian, Margaret Cross. Thank you. It is also my honor, on behalf of the high school faculty and administration, to announce the recipient of this year's Outstanding Senior Award. The Outstanding Senior Award is presented annually to a graduating senior who best embodies the ideals of scholarship, character, and service. This year's recipient is one of the most talented and academically gifted students to ever come through Timberlane. She exemplifies the best of Timberlane and has distinguished herself as one of the finest representatives of our school community. This year's Outstanding Senior Award goes to Margaret Cross. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Earl Metzler.
Good morning, Principal Woodworth, members of the school board, elected officials, platform guests, teachers, staff members, parents, grandparents, family and friends, and most importantly you, the class of 2015. Life can sometimes be looked at as one big competition. Emotions and achievements compete for our energy. Compassion and achievement have been competing for your energy over the past 4 years, and most likely will for the remainder of your time on the planet. Being forced to select one or the other can create quite a dilemma. It can be like picking peanut butter or chocolate. Maybe you remember the Reese's peanut butter commercial, the one where you got your peanut butter in my chocolate, or no, you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. Could we say you got your achievement in my compassion, or no, you got your compassion in my achievement? What would you call that? I would call it compassionate achievement. Over the past 4 years, you've heard two words over and over, compassion and achievement. No matter where you go to school, where you live, or where you work, compassion and achievement will contribute to the quality of your life in one way or another. So how does one go about compassionate achievement? Because one, without the other, will leave you half full or half empty, depending on how your lens sees the world. You see, sometimes when you work so hard on a weakness, it can become a strength and even create another weakness. For instance, think of your tripod surveys. A really compassionate teacher may not be challenging enough to drive achievement, or a really challenging teacher may not be compassionate enough to reach his or her students. There is a balance that needs to be struck to finally achieve compassionate achievement. What happens when we confuse an emotion with a goal? How we feel about something and what we do about it can be very different things. I have a couple of examples that I'd like to share. Many years ago, I taught in a school that was absent of both compassion and achievement. It was clear that that school community needed both. They wanted both, but had absolutely no clue how to get both. We struggled along trying. There were many reasons, or excuses as I call them, as to why we were falling short. The neighborhood was poor. Many students had learning and behavioral issues. Teachers were burnt out, and parents were just plain tired. The neighborhood had spilled into our school and was destroying our climate. The concept of feeling good about doing bad was disturbing. Compassionate achievement would feed the spirit of this school, but what would you do first? When I was appointed principal, we decided to coin a phrase, realidad separada, or separate reality. Separate reality was going to drive this school. We would change the climate and hope that that would spill into the neighborhood. Our school needed a separate reality. We looked at achievement like an oxygen mask, like on a plane, where you're directed to put the mask on yourself first, because if you don't help yourself, you're no good to anybody else. We focused on achievement first. It was the achievement that drove compassion in that school. Today, children in that school that have the least give the most. They celebrate compassionate achievement and were named one of the first exemplary schools in the state. That acknowledgement was based on achievement, but the more important gain was that our spirit was fed so that compassion could thrive as well. 10 years later, I went to a second school. This school was well known for no-nonsense execution and years of high achievement in academics, the arts, and athletics. So achievement was already in place, but that school lacked compassion. Compassion was not non-existent, it just wasn't a focus. It was not celebrated or valued equally to achievement. We took a long look at our core values and changed them to reflect knowledge, character, and service. We wanted to maintain the high achievement, but the focus on character and service would drive, yes, compassionate achievement. Today, that school continues to celebrate high achievement, but it gets recognized for its character and service. That school puts service before self, just like many of our celebrated veterans that are here today. And now on to the important part, on to Timberlane. You know, I've worked in high schools all over the country. I can honestly tell you that I have never been in one that values and celebrates compassion like the home of the Owls. I heard it over and over in my first few months, but we want high achievement too. And not only should you want it, you should demand it. Again, achievement was not non-existent. We just wanted more of it. So again, we quickly looked at our core values, and this time we focused on rigor, accountability, and evaluation, and that was going to drive achievement. You know, your class, this school is second to none in this state. But remember, anything worth doing is worth doing better than anybody else. And if you don't believe me, ask Mr. D or Mr. Chulgin. Music and wrestling have served as prime examples of compassionate achievement in Timberlane for many years. And it was just last spring that you were recognized as a school of excellence. A banner hangs in our gym signifying, yes, compassionate achievement. So what does compassionate achievement look like in Timberlane? I thought you'd never ask. I'm going to ask Brian Lonergan, will you please stand up? This past winter, that banner was being questioned, and it wasn't getting the proper respect. The person thought the banner recognized our high school didn't mean anything. Brian stood up in a public meeting and made a very important statement in our high school, and it went something like this, if you remember. He come. And he said, and I quote, "Academics are not all that makes a great school. What do you have to say about that?" We waited for an answer, and you guessed it, Jiminy, crickets. If you're wondering what leadership looks like, take a good look at Brian. Okay, it doesn't hurt. He does have arms like legs and legs like people. So we listen to Brian. Congratulations. That's an example of a person that has high achievement that is driven by compassion. So what does compassionate achievement look like? I'd like to recognize Timberlane Regional High School teacher John Doobie, one of the most compassionate human beings you'll ever meet. Year after year, he has delivered the highest number of qualifying scores on the College Board Advanced Placement exams. Please join me in celebrating excellence. Recognize Mr. John Doobie. Thank you, Mr. Doobie. And by the way, he's one heck of a coach, too. So, class of 2015, as you leave Atkinson and Danville, Plastow, Sandown, possibly Hampstead, and even Tewksbury, and beyond, you have to ask yourself, what's your oxygen mask? How can you help yourself so you can help others? Or do you need to help others so you can help yourself? You will be undoubtedly presented this dilemma many times as you navigate the real world. What do you need to feed your spirit so that your life will be filled with compassionate achievement? When presented with the challenge that one may exist without the other, what will you do? What will you do if you find yourself without compassion or achievement? What will you do first? And again, what will be your oxygen mask? You will have to rely heavily on the habits of your heart and the habits of your mind. Recently deceased John Nash, whose life's events were the inspiration for the movie A Beautiful Mind, is quoted as saying, "The only thing greater than the power of the mind is the courage of the heart." Follow your heart. Be courageous in your decision making. All of us will gravitate to one or the other first. It's our hope that you will never forget about the other. You don't want to live your life half full or half empty. And at the end of the day, the choice is yours. Choose to be excellent. Remember, excellence is not a matter of chance. Excellence is a matter of choice. Choose to be excellent in everything that you do, just like you did at your time here in Timberlane. And if you're looking for a day of something, do yourself one better. Make a lifetime of it. May God bless the class of 2015. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Metzler. Now it is my pleasure to introduce School Board Chair, Mrs. Nancy Steenson. Mrs. Steenson will deliver the school board address.
Good morning, Timberlane class of 2015, and congratulations. I'd like to begin with a quote from a favorite author, J.M. Barrie, that came to my mind as I began to think about all of you and your journey over the past 12 years. One day, when she was 2 years old, she was playing in a garden, and she plucked another flower and ran with it to her mother. I suppose she must have looked rather delightful, for Mrs. Darling put her hand to her heart and cried, "Oh, why can't you remain like this forever?" This was all that passed between them on the subject, but henceforth, Wendy knew that she must grow up. We are all so proud of all of you and everything you have accomplished. But while you're excitedly looking forward to the next step, many of us, parents, relatives, teachers, and friends, are looking back and wondering how the years passed so quickly. I am reminded of a story, although I can't recall the author of this one. So please don't tell your teachers that I haven't cited my sources. I'll retell it as best as I can remember. A man found himself visiting his hometown after many years away and decided to stop by the house in which he grew up. Upon meeting the family who currently lived there, he was asked by the son, "Are you the person who buried all those marbles and matchbox cars in the sand pile in the backyard? I've been digging them up for years." The man smiled, remembering his childhood toys. "Yes," he said, "they were mine. I played with them every day in my sandbox until my mother called me in for dinner. Then I'd line them all up on the edge of the sandbox so they'd be ready when I came out the following morning." "But why," asked the young boy, "did you leave them there? Why didn't you take them with you when you moved?" "Well," said the man, "I guess one day I woke up and decided not to go play in my sandbox. The days passed, I got interested in other things, and I suppose I just never went back." The realization that there are moments in our lifetime that signal the end of a particular stage in our lives is indeed sobering. As parents, we didn't know that one evening, when we gave our child a bath, as we had done every night for years, that it would be the last time we would do so. When our children proudly started reading to us, we didn't realize at the time that we had read them a bedtime story for the last time. Well, Timberlane Regional High School class of 2015, you're all done playing in this sandbox. You have all given so much to this community. One of the greatest joys of being on the school board is having the privilege of welcoming the various student groups to our meetings and celebrating their achievements. We've been thrilled to recognize essay contest winners, all-state musicians, athletes, Eagle Scouts, exchange students, Destination Imagination teams, Model UN ambassadors. The list goes on. I was recently struck by how many special groups and indeed amazing individuals are represented by this Timberlane class of 2015. Together, your potential is limitless. You are capable of anything you set your mind to. We live in the greatest country in the world, and thanks to those of you who selflessly serve in our armed forces, you have the freedom to pursue your dreams on your own terms. Could those of you who are choosing to serve our country and protect the freedom of your fellow classmates please stand and be recognized again? Thank you. I know Mr. Woodworth did the same thing, but it's my personal belief that you can't be thanked enough. Over the next few years, all of you will learn. You will have choices. You will have opportunities. You will have incredible adventures. The question I would pose to you is this: what gift will you bring to this world? Each of you has a unique opportunity to make a difference in your world, and it is going to be your world, very different from the one in which your parents grew up. It's difficult to remember how we existed without texting, the internet, Facebook, and Instagram. But for all the benefits that technology offers us, please do not lose your collective humanity. I have heard many apparent despair over the unlimited access our young people have to computers and cell phones. I firmly believe, however, that it was never our job to prevent you from accessing this technology. It was for us to teach you to use it responsibly. Technology is a sure and certain reality in your future. How you choose to use that technology will be your legacy. And I hope one day you too will find your way back to your marbles and your Matchbox cars. Congratulations.
Well, all right. At this point, I ask Assistant Principal Mr. Brian O'Connell, Assistant Principal Mrs. Heather Roy, and Assistant Principal Ms. Mary Widman to come forward to introduce the members of the graduating class of 2015. And class advisors Mrs. Ruth Glazier and Mrs. Mimi Truesdale, please prepare to guide the class to the platform. As the principal of Timberlane Regional High School, it is my pleasure and duty to present the class of 2015 to the Timberlane Regional School Board and the Superintendent of Schools. I certify that each member of the class receiving a diploma today has completed the requirements established by the state of New Hampshire and the Timberlane Board of Education. We will now confer the diplomas.
Class valedictorian, Margaret Marie Cross. Class salutatorian, Margaret Nina Miller. Class essayist, Amy Elizabeth Clark. Presenting her diploma is her father, Kenneth Clark, Timberlane Regional High School employee. Class of 2015 Executive Committee, President Colin Michael McCarthy. Vice President Amanda Grace Kennerson. Secretary Annie Quinn Steenson. Presenting her diploma is her mother Nancy Steenson, Timberlane Regional School District School Board Chair. Treasurer Matthew James Perry. Student School Board Representative Lucas Scott Appleton. Quinn Stephen Averill. Samantha Paige Corrier. Sir Eric Philip Farah. Chloe Olivia Green. Teresa Mockenmer. Amanda Christine Stevens. Class of 2015 Student Council members, Zachary Aaron Amico. Student Council President, Patrick Richard Casey. Cameron Donnelly. Hunter Francoeur. Renee Ling Gallant. Abigail Brenton Eisenberg. Miranda Lee Crisco. Evan Richard Langto. Connor Mills. Maria Nicoleta Nifakos. Presenting her diploma is her brother and 2013 TRHS graduate, George Nifakos, Cadet 3rd Class, U.S. Air Force Academy. Karen L. Ojeman. Matthew Henry Rose. Rebecca Lynn Sands. Megan Elizabeth Shields. Samuel Benton Skinner. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Sharon Skinner, Timberlane Regional High School employee. I got it. Cassandra Elizabeth Stavropoulos.
You messed this up, so I'm real bad.
Lauren Elizabeth Strange. Presenting her diploma is her father, Scott Strange, Timberlane Regional School District employee. Owen Tanner Sweet. Allison Tarr. Alexa Trouts. Class of 2015 National Honor Society members, Paige Elizabeth Andrews. Carissa Elizabeth Braga. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Susan Braga, Danville School employee. Erin Elise Burgos. Sarah Elizabeth Cole. Nicholas Stephen Como. Michelle Emily Condon. Kyle Joseph DeBurrow. Tyler Allen Donovan. Laura Elizabeth Erickson. Toby John Esposito. Timothy Peter Garofano. Anthony John Gentile. Lauren Elizabeth Hastings. Madison Marie Healy. Allison Heffernan.
Do it good, Mark. Do it good. Do it justice.
Anthony Todd Justin. Christopher Darrell Leandaris. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Deborah Leandaris, Timberlane Regional High School employee. Taylor R. Livingston. Brooke Lillian Lucier. Jared Douglas Nimmo. Megan Marie O'Neill. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Michelle O'Neill, Timberlane Regional School District School Budget Committee. Carolyn Louise Olson. Courtney Joel Park. Stephen Joseph Powers. Holly Nicole Solois. Christine Ann Saracen. Tyler James Shoppy. Colleen Shea. Siobhan Sheehan. Aurora Sidor. Angela Lynn Simmons. Isabella Theberge. Brooke Noel Vigliotta. Jeremy Sean Walker. Margaret Walsh. Connor James Westgeary. Tiffany Rose Zukas. Caitlin B. 80. Caitlin Beth Agnetta. Cameron Phillip Allen. There you go. Your time is up. Rachel Marie Allen. Kayla Alonzo. Diana Marie Oresco. Brian Arnold. Alec Matthew Atwood. Matthew Axford. Christina Marie Bailey. Julia Allen Bear. Thomas Victor Baker. Philip Joseph Balanoff. Courtney Rose Barlow. Dakota Lee Barnes. Benjamin Tyler Bean. Joshua James Beauregard. Sean Michael Belanger. Vanessa Ray Barubi. Congratulations. Good job. Madison May Bishop. Ryan Eric Blomquist. Alexander James Bevilacqua. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Gabrielle Bevilacqua, Timberlane Regional Middle School employee. Derek Jean-Paul Boley. Rachel Barisco. Brittany Teresa Bouchard. Catherine Boudreau. Jacob David Bourgeois. Brendan Bork.
I don't like this.
Jacob David Bowes.
Do you want to miss one? Are you serious?
Samantha Marie Bowman. Kristen Laura Boyd. Brandon Michael Boyer. Ashley Elizabeth Breen. David Vicente Brown. Joshua Brutal. Desiree Lenore Brunel. Spencer Burchill. James Robert Boozy.
Yo, Buck, can I call my own name? Oh, come on. You know you want me to. Just give me the mic. Give me the mic.
Nicholas Frank Butterfield. Jeremy Andrew Boutzine.
Courtney Bree Kaboozy. Adam J. Keza. Alexandra Cahill. Matthew James Calandrello. Vincent Cantone. Megan Ruth Castercone. Patrick Castercone. Brianna Cherie Chevalier. Kayla Terry Clegg. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Donna Clegg, Timberlane Regional High School employee. Alexander Thomas Collins. Janelle M. Colon. Jonathan Pedro Cordero. Thomas M. Courtney.
Marissa Nicole Daigle. Stephanie A. DiTillo. Jared Michael Davies. Michaela Rose Davies. Tyler A. DeShane. Vincent DeLuca. Catherine Patricia Demers. Holly DeRusha. Benjamin Adam Freeman DeSalvo.
Oh my God.
Robert Devine Jr.
You're good. You're good.
Nicole DiGregorio. Kayla Marie Doherty. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Nancy Doherty, Pollard School employee. Kayleen Donahue. Keegan Donahue. Colby James Dudal. Kimberly Duke. Stephen Victor Dufely. Alyssa Eaton. Dylan Scott Eaton. Samantha K. Eby.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna be the one for it. No.
They were talking
You
about
won't.
it though.
You won't. Heather Marie Edgecombe. Daniel Gerard Ephraimson. Derek Michael Ellsworth.
Yeah! You're welcome.
Mackenzie Hope Ernst. Timothy Leo Evans. Natasha Lee Fales. Matthew Joseph Fawcett. Nicholas Paul Fawcett. Shauna Feeney.
It's all wrinkled.
All right. William Feeney.
Cassius Lee Ferguson. Shannon Mackenzie Firmoil. Kayla Ann Ferreira. Mark Ferrulo. Michael Joseph Fiore. Hannah Mary Fisher. Danielle Ray Foley. John Thomas Fournier. Nicholas Vincent Fowler. Ryan Douglas Fredette. Shauna Kelly Freeman. Anthony Gerard Garrett. Kaylee Jennifer Gaynor. Tyler Gendron. Rachel Gilardi. Samuel L. Gilman. Ty Gilmartin. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Deborah Gilmartin, Pollard School employee. Shelby Victoria Gould. Katie Green. Mitchell Francis Grew. Brianna Haleson. Brianna Lynn Hankel. Olivia Cecile Harnois. Jake Matthew Hazeltine. Corinne Colette Hennessy. Jonathan Hinson. Nicole A. Hovan. Abigail Jean Huberto.
Alright, you got this, right?
Rosalind Elizabeth Jarvis. Tegan Sky Jenkins. Poem Jimenez. Zachary Jacob Johnson. Amanda Violet Johnston. Thomas James Johnston. Caitlin D. Jones. Patrick Tyler Jordan. Megan Anna Joyce. Samuel Scott Kapler. Andrew Benjamin Kerman. Austin Knapp. Michaela Costa. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Elizabeth Costa, former Timberlane Regional School District School Board member. Nicholas M. Kroll. Ryan Krushwitz. Samantha Labby. Nicholas Labby McNulty. Emily May LaFrancis. Cody H.J. LaMonica. Connor James Lancy. Rebecca Marie Langlois. Brandon LaRock.
Got it?
Craig Stephen Lefebvre. Carolyn Laziska. Evan M. Leveroni.
No, I think I'm like the last one here.
Mackenzie Rose Levesque. Austin Tyler Lewis. Rachel D. Lewis. Hannah Grace Lloyd. Hannah Marie Locke.
What? Yeah, thank you very much.
Brian Charles Lonigan. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Kathy Lonigan, Timberlane Regional Middle School employee. Jeannie Marie Longobardi. Brittany Karen Lowe. Brian Eric Lundgren.
Got my card. It's Daniel Luscombe.
Daniel Luscombe.
Michaela McLeod. Presenting her diploma is her guidance counselor, Lisa Petrie, Timberlane Regional High School employee. Daniel Paul Main.
Don't say that because I'm probably going to fall on my face then. No, seriously.
Jasmine Gabrielle Maloney. Evan Malin. Jacob Mannion. Connor Monroe. Maria Jamie Mansfield. Sarah Elaine Mansfield. Angela Amy Martel. Abigail Elise Matz. Rebecca Grace Maccabee. Jessica Rose McCarthy. Matthew James McGuire. Ian McNulty. Brendan McGurk. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Kathleen McGurk, Timberlane Regional Middle School employee. Megan Nicole McLaughlin. Timothy Joseph McLaughlin. Jacob Edward Meany. Lindsay Nicole Mello. Robert William Merrill. Troy C. Merrill. Catherine Grace Michael.
Will you at least come pick me up if I fall? She's like, no. Thank you. I knew there was a reason I was
Kayla Brooke Miles. Shayla Miller. Samantha Maloney. Danny Ray Menard. Nicholas David Moore. Tyler Craig Morrill. Benjamin Alexander Morris. Noah Richard Morse.
Congratulations to you too.
Summer Diane Mottram. Eric James Moulton. Michael John Murphy. Allison Murray.
Nice face.
Moesha Samantha Murray.
Yeah, I'm not nervous. I'm just gonna go up. Yeah, buddy. We did it. Yep, Joseph.
Jordan G. Nason.
You got it, Lauren. I have faith in you.
Your family over there, Justice.
Lauren Elizabeth Nathan.
Yeah, Lauren!
Justice Blair Nazario. Brian John O'Connor.
Jordan Christopher Oligny. Presenting his diploma is his father, Representative Jeff Oligny of the New Hampshire House of Representatives. Joseph Leo Pariso. Joseph Parasic. Taylor Ray Parsons. Nicholas Anthony Paul. Nicholas James Pelikowitz. Macy Peters. Edward D. Peterson IV. Amber Pickowitz.
Oh my God. Wait, when do I go? Tell me when do I go?
Gina Elizabeth Piggott. Giselle Anacauna Pimentel. Brandon T. Porter. Hayden Potorsky. Samantha Powell. Dylan Price. Jordan Penn. Nicholas Jared Regist. Sarah Victoria Ramirez. Alfred Richard Rapisarda. Afra Elisheva Raskoff. Christopher J. Raymond. Frank Charles Redman. Riley. Gianna Maria Rivieso. Presenting her diploma is her sister and 2012 Timberlane graduate Noelle Rivieso Lippold, Airman First Class, U.S. Air Force. Brian M. Roberts. Stephanie Rodenheiser. Blake Colby Rooney. Tegan Vanessa Rooney. Carter E. Rowe. Brenna Roy.
Yeah, Brenna!
Jacqueline Ruane.
Yeah, Jackie!
Abigail Ryan. Matthew D. Ryan. Liana Claire Salvaneski. Peter Anthony Saviano. Daniel Scalzo. Allison Elizabeth Scheibe. Benjamin Paul Skina. Joseph Schmidt V. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Darlene Schmidt, Timberlane Regional Middle School employee. Thomas Schomburg. Michael Scipione. Jessica Rose Sexton. Kiara Lynn Schaefer. Jacob Shaheen. Caleb Sharp. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Mary Beth Sharp, Sandown North employee. Kaylee Joe Silva. Logan Alexander Silva. Harley Marie Simons. Francis M. Skinner. Thomas Francis Sline. Pamela Rain Smith. Tyler A. Smith. Lee Stankey. John Derek Stowe. Michael Jonathan Strout. Kayla Stuns. Alicia K. Sweet. Lauren Grace Spack. Allison Tapley.
I haven't even thought about this, really.
Seth Thornhill. Camden Todd. Matthew Charles Tomasi. Madeline Bell Terosian. Tiffany Nicole Toomey. Joseph Tyler. Cameron Andrew Vadaboncourt. Douglas Greg Valancourt. Cassidy Amber Valley. John Lucas Zoane Varney. Austin Emiliano Venegas. Brian Ventura. Tessa Vrees. Christopher Gaydon Marshall Williams. Melissa May Wilson. Gabrielle Alexis Voitena. Ainsley Wood.
Okay, hold on for a few minutes to those balloons. I call upon the Student Council President Patrick Casey to deliver his closing remarks. Patrick, enjoy this.
Thank you. It is an honor to be able to speak in front of everyone here today. I was asked to discuss the future of the class of 2015, but I didn't know where to start. All I could think of was that this was the hardest assignment I ever had to do for high school because there's nobody to copy the answers from. In all seriousness, as we head down our different paths, what we all need to remember is that our paths are different. We can no longer copy the answers from a friend or look them up online. There are no provided textbooks with the correct solutions listed in the back for us. We hold the responsibility and accountability of our own future paths. We have to make the answers now. Many of us have thought at one point or another while sitting in class, I'm never going to use this information again, and you are likely correct. You probably won't need to remember how to find the slope of a line, or how to conjugate a verb in Spanish, or even that pop quiz we took 4th period. But, however, you need to now leave high school behind and bring forth the friendships, memories, and lessons from the past 4 years forward. The class of 2015 has a great legacy inside of the Timberlane community. But knowing you guys, the next step is to create a great legacy outside of the Timberlane community. We will be remembered for our academic growth, our commitment to our teams, and the positive relationship we shaped over the years. But more so, we will be recognized for the achievements and successes ahead, which will be heard about by our teachers, friends, families, and coaches. I have great confidence that the class of 2015 will be writing countless solutions in the textbooks for the future classes to use. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I find it kind of ironic that the kid who never stopped talking in class throughout the last 12 years gets to say the final word in front of everyone. Congrats, class of 2015. Always remember 3 things: work hard, stay humble, and keep moving forward. Now, following tradition, move your tassels from the right of your cap to the left of your cap to officially declare ourselves graduates of Timberlane Regional High School. Now, on the count of 3, remove your cap and throw it in the air. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, class of 2015. You made it. Thank you.
Okay, faculty, please line up for the exit of the graduates. Gentlemen, ladies, stay where you are for just a second so we can get our staff set up and we'll go out the same way we came in. Class advisors, will you please prepare to lead your class out? Okay, class of 2015, as soon as the staff is lined up, please follow your advisors around back the way you came. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay clear of the track until after all the participants in the ceremony have exited. Then please join your graduates behind the concession stand on the softball field. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone.